I hope that you are having a mentally healthy and wealthy day. Welcome again to Let's Have a Chat. Last time, I didn't want to get too much into what had been happening with me on my investigations and things of that nature. So here is a clip from what happened before. Hey. As you probably realized with the videos, I have not done much updates regarding the hospital stuff, the tests and things of that nature. Yeah, and I'm gonna put some tidbits in here from when I recorded for the physiotherapy appointment, my first physiotherapy appointment that I had a few days ago. One thing I've realized is that obviously things fit me differently now. Had a good rapport with the physio. We had a good discussion about my history. Yeah. And so, how am I feeling? I honestly don't know. I have to deal with questions all the time, like, so how do you think you will feel a while from now, like a few weeks? Do you think this will be a situation that will last a few months? And that is coming from every perspective. For anyone out there who gets triggered by their symptoms. But yeah, that's my big question. This time, we're gonna get into something that was a bit scary. I decided that I will be touching on those things that I was taking a break from, because once again, everything continues. This health journey is going nowhere. I am having a lot of dizzy spells this afternoon, so that's why I'm closing the eyes, but I have to record this. I can't just stop, because I'd be stopping continuously. So yeah, that's why I'll be closing my eyes. Around the middle of May, just a few weeks after I had had my surgery on the 28th of April, I had to get some investigations done on my heart. And I went and I got a 24-hour monitoring system put on, a type of ECG, and they assessed my heart. Why? Because I had heart palpitations, I was getting funny feelings in my chest, I had some pains that, to be honest, I had been discounting, I had been putting off because I did not want to hear of yet another thing. However, if I step back even further in time, for years upon years upon years, I had these funny feelings in my chest, like flutterings, palpitations, skipped beats, or quick beats as well. I could not understand what they were. I'd gone to the doctor, they'd done ECGs, they didn't see anything, and then everything was just like, okay, what? No, nothing. So that had gone on like that for a few decades, and now we have to thoroughly investigate this, because it has come to a point where it's really affecting my life. The next few minutes you'll see are of when I went to get that monitoring system sorted out, and you'll see me wearing it and stuff. You'll just see. So I will be fitted with a heart monitor because of the palpitations and the pulse rate and the dizziness and all those things that I've been going through. Oh, there we go. Have this heart monitor on, and yeah, it is what it is. So I have my heart monitors set up for the next 24 hours, and I have to make a record of everything that's happening. Please forgive me at the moment, because chronic fatigue and I'm not feeling quite like myself. So these are some of the monitors. I have some going into up here somewhere, and I have some over here, and they're about 5. Yeah, there are 5 of them. And the monitor itself is in here, recording everything, and I have to have this as it is. I would not be able to take out anything, take off anything up here until exactly 24 hours after. So that's the thing. But yeah, this is my life at the moment. I was meant to have a talk with my cardiologist this week, actually. A few days ago, that didn't happen. And because of all the other stuff that I have been going through that we're still pursuing, the fibromyalgia situation, my physiotherapy, yada, yada, yada. Because of all of that, my mood has been decreasing. So therefore it affected how I wanted to investigate the not having a cardiologist appointment. I decided I wouldn't call anybody and find out what happened because I was tired of running behind situations to try to investigate things. It's exhausting, but I will hit on that later. But then the very next day, see, it's happening again. The very next day, I picked up my mail, and what should I see after work but a very thick envelope. I opened up the envelope and saw 3 pages of a report from the doctor who would have analyzed my 24-hour ECG. They've discovered something called ectopic beats, and I have an ectopic burden, and another word for that is arrhythmias. So that's what they've discovered. That's why, and I kind of am skipping all over the place, and I'm sorry about that. But also on that day, I discovered that an appointment was made for me for an echocardiogram, and I had not seen that appointment before. And in that letter, I then discovered that they made that appointment because of what they discovered. Now, during the time that I had the 24-hour ECG, the monitoring system, they also gave me a sheet, a form to fill out. And on that form, I would have had to state every single thing I did during the day, different movements I made, places I went, not places per se, but what I was doing, the actions I'd been doing at any particular point in time, and how I felt inside, like if my heart was hurting, if my chest hurt, if I felt fluttering in my chest, if I felt palpitations, if I had dizzy spells, if I felt as if I'd black out, that sort of thing. So I had to write all of that down. So in the report, what I did see is that all of those things that I stated correlated with the instances of stuff going on with my heart as questionable. So it's all coming together and making sense. I'm thankful that everything is being done to ensure that my health is being managed. But on the other hand, it does feel as if every 5 moments, it's another thing. And this is what I want to touch on. You get to a point, and any of you who have any chronic illness of any type, I'm sure that you would feel as if you just don't want to talk about your stuff sometimes. But then you have to, because folks need to be informed of what's happening with you in case of anything, and also so that there's awareness in general. But you do have times where you just don't want to say anything because it's a constant. It's a constant. Whether you're suffering with one thing, I don't really want to use the word suffer. Once you're a person that is dealing with one particular chronic illness, or many, folks, I am seriously plagued with dizzy spells throughout. So, oh my goodness. Once you're plagued with one or many, even in that one or many, you have constant changes, you have constant doctor appointments, you have to at least once a year get things checked. Like for instance, my asthma, I have to get a check on that every year. So I have to be aware of that, and things have to be changed. Like my medication has been changed a few times. Finally, I'm on medication that is working at the moment. Who knows how much longer that may last, but that's just an example of what it's like to have chronic illness. Sometimes you just never know what's going to happen next. Fibromyalgia is a classic case. From my research, I'm definitely not the only one who feels as if, oh my goodness, what now? Because every moment there is something new. Every day is different. Every moment is different. So it's not that you can know what's going to happen next week or plan properly even, because your life changes so much. And with that, you have to explain to persons what is going on, how these things actually work, how it's not just as simple as, oh, taking a few pills and you're all good as new. It's not like that. You have to keep talking about it. But on the other hand, you just don't want to because you're tired. I'm having situations where I feel badly for having things going on with me. Because the folks who are concerned about me, they say, and they mean well. I'm not putting down anyone at all, because I guess I would say the same thing. Wow, something else. Like, gee whiz, another thing? And though I know that's well-meaning, and I know they mean no malice, in my mind, in my head, I feel guilty because I feel, part of me feels as if all of this should not even be happening. I should be 100%, which no one ever truly is, to be honest, if you really look at life. But I feel as if I should be completely fine and completely well so I can manage my life. But I'm not. I'm not. I have things that need managing from a professional standpoint. And yes, it is another thing again. But it's a never-ending circle, because you don't want to say anything, but you have to say something. Reaching out for help is a hard thing for me, and I would have made some mention of this with the breast situation, which is ongoing, by the way. I touched on the support situation when I had the breast issue, or with the breast issue, the surgery. But you feel guilty with that as well. You don't want to ask people anything. And when you're kind of burdened with all the medical appointments and being ill and having to figure out how on earth you're going to do your sick leave and make time for appointments, and your health is basically impacting on everything in your life. You can't move about like how you would want to. I remember times when I would just get on a train, get on a bus, research something, just take off. I can't just do that, because with my brain fog, I have situations, I have scary situations where I would go somewhere and have I can't remember what you call the word, but I would have a moment where I actually forget where I am. That happened to me up to yesterday. So I can't trust myself. I can't trust myself to go anywhere. And even if I could, I don't feel 100%. And I wish I could just have the company, you know? But then people have their lives. So you end up staying home more than you would like to, because everything is about taking care of your health. It's a roundabout thing. Please, any of you out there who have any chronic illness at all, please give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about, one, how do you manage your chronic illness? Two, Who do you tell? How do you tell who you tell? And do you update them to let them at least be aware of what's going on with you, just in case? Are there particular reasons why you would update people? For me, it's that, what I just said before, just in case. And it's also that I want to spread awareness. I love educating people. I love developing situations where folks can essentially be helped in some small way. Let me know if you feel low at times, because I definitely do. I am going through quite a bit of that at the moment. I had a bit of an anxiety situation this morning, and things around me make me anxious. So I need space. And when too many things are around me, I start throwing away things. And I don't care what it is. I'm very quick to do that because I can't take. It makes me anxious. If I'm already in a stressful situation, it makes my anxiety worse. So I went through that this morning. But yeah, all of this has really affected my mood. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you feel guilty that you feel sick? Or not feel sick? That's not the thing, because when you say you feel sick, folks expect to look at you and see the sickness. They expect to hear the sickness. And more often than not, with chronic illness, you don't necessarily look ill. So yeah. Do you also have that problem where people look at you and expect you to look a particular way and just don't get it, so therefore they think that you're playing games with them? I have quite a number of questions. I need some answers. And my head is going again. So I've shared my heart issue, so that's another thing. So it means that at the moment I'm dealing with the lymphoma, well, possible BIA-ALCL. Yes, that's still going on. Possible BIA-ALCL, diagnosed fibromyalgia, diagnosed heart condition. They have to get more specifics now with that, with the echocardiogram. Long time ago, diagnosed asthma, and within the fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, dizziness, and the list goes on. And at the moment, because of the walking I did yesterday, I have constant vibrations in my feet. Oh, and I'm dizzy again. All right, all of this is telling me I need to stop. So if you've gotten this far, thank you. Thank you so much. I need to remember to thank you at the beginning as well, because the whole fact that you come here and I've gotten a few more subscribers and you listen to what I'm saying and you contribute. I am eternally grateful. What I would love from you is to just spread the word, share this with others. There are so many of us out there who are lonely or alone in this, and unless you're in the exact same predicament, you may not get it. So reach out to people when you are in a really great situation and you know of others who may not be. Reach out to them, because you just never know. Do remember to visit the Instagram platform. Let's_have a chat right here, and do remember to visit the website letshaveachat.co.uk, and also on Facebook at Let's Have a Chat with Xannah, where you can get everything mental health and wellness. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you next time. Take care for now, and have a mentally healthy and wealthy day.